Most C# developers mix reads and writes in the same method, and that single mistake quietly destroys code clarity. Hi guys and girls, my name is Cody, and today we are talking about commands versus queries, also known as CQS, command query separation. This is one of those concepts that sounds academic, but once you actually apply it, your code becomes easier to read, easier to test, and even harder to break. Here's the rule. A command does something, and a query returns something. And no method should ever do both. If a method changes state, it should return nothing. And if a method returns data, it should not change the state. So why does it matter? When command and queries are mixed, you can't reason about your code just by reading method names. You are forced to guess, and guessing is how bugs are born. Let's look at this common mistake. Now ask yourself, is this method reading data or modifying data? The answer is both, and that's the problem. So why is this dangerous? You can't safely call this method without side effects. You can't cache it, you can't retry it, you can't call it twice without changing behavior. The method name lies to you. Now, let's split this properly. Here's the command, and here's our query. Now, the rules are clear. Commands change the world, queries observe the world. I like to think of it this way. Commands are verbs and queries are questions. Update last login is a verb. Get user is a question. You don't expect question to be secretly changing your database. Quick note, CQS is not CQRS. CQS is a design principle and CQRS is a system architecture. You can apply CQS inside a single class, and CQRS usually splits your entire read and write models. Please don't confuse the two. When you follow command versus queries, your API becomes predictable, unit tests would become simpler, your method becomes self-documenting and self-explanatory. This is especially powerful in domain logic and application services. So there are a few scenarios where it's okay to break CQS. Yeah, you can break it, but it should be intentional. For example, when you're logging, calculating matrix, lazy loading, performance critical paths. If a method breaks CQS, it should feel slightly uncomfortable. That's how you know you're doing it consciously. If an interviewer asks, should every method follow CQS? The correct answer is yes by default, unless there is a clear justified reason not to. So to summarize, remember this. Commands change state, return nothing. Queries return data, change nothing. Once you internalize this rule, you'll start seeing bad design instantly. If this helps you clarify commands versus queries, drop a like, it really helps the channel, and comment below. Where have you seen CQS violated the most? Services, repositories, or controllers? I'm very curious to see. And see you in the next one. Till then, take care and code like a senior dev. Bye for now.